Alistair asks Zep, if I ask you, does this game have a toxic community? No, it doesn't. Well, actually, let me... Short answer, no. Long answer, yes. What would your answer as an FF14 streamer versus your answer as a WoW streamer? These are two different kinds of toxicity that we're talking about with these different communities. With World of Warcraft, toxicity that you're gonna get is usually gonna be very direct and to your face and quick. Okay, someone's gonna tell you to eat shit and die. They're gonna tell you they hate you, like in a worst case scenario. Okay, they can tell you you're trash, you should uninstall, so on and so forth, and try to make you feel bad about how bad you are at the game or whatever. That's one kind of toxicity, which, by the way, my first instinct was to say no because of two reasons for World of Warcraft. Reason one, if you're in a guild, you completely eliminate this problem. I know that's so annoying as a person that avoided being in a guild for years. I know it's so annoying to hear that, but you hear it a lot because it's true. It's the only real solution. But the second thing is with a toxicity like that, you can... I forgot the other thing I was going to say. I forgot the other thing I was going to say about it. Doesn't matter. FF14 style toxicity is passive aggressive. It's like... In a lot of ways, I do think it's worse. Because it's so... What's the word? Kind of two-facedy. It's creepy. That's the word I'm looking for. It's creepy. I would much rather have someone tell me to eat shit and die than someone who's like trying to seem like they're trying to help me, but they're actually doing it in the most toxic way. You know? Like, they're like, oh, well. Actually, I remember an example of this I had read once on the subreddit for FF. Someone was like, actually, maybe I can find it. Basically, okay, I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head because I don't think I'm going to be able to find the actual post. Somebody was complaining about the game and had a valid complaint. And then somebody else came in and was like, well, why are you even complaining about this when you're actually wasting your time playing a video game and you'd be better off spending that time, like, donating your time or your money to charity? And I was like, holy shit. That's such a classic example of what I'm talking about, right? It's, I'm gonna act all high and mighty, and I'm gonna act like I'm better than you. And I'm gonna, like, tell you to shut up from a moral high ground. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. There's also, like, stalkers and creepers. That's a huge issue. And the general defense squad of the devs is also... it's unsettling. Unsettling is the word. Yeah. That's my issue. But these are different kinds. I think with FF, a lot of times this is something you don't notice right away. Because you might not notice at first. It will just seem all nice. Because you can't really read tone in text. Yeah. In 14, toxicity takes place out of game. Square Enix can't enforce TOS on Discord call. That's actually... Didn't they do that once? But maybe that's true too. I just asked this because I watched a YouTube short saying basically ask a WoW streamer and then ask a FF14 streamer and compare the replies. Hey, yeah, I can do both for you. Yes, I can do both here. But oh, I remember the other thing I was gonna say about WoW with the toxicity. besides join a guild. The other note I would have about WoW toxicity is it's getting less. It's way less than it was when I started, or even a few years ago. I think there's two reasons for that. The first reason is that players are getting older. I mean, as you get older, you have a tendency to chill out a little bit. That's the first thing. The other thing is that players can... I've noticed, and I think this is true for most games, not just MMOs, but the better your game is doing, the more likely the community will be less toxic. That's what I've seen. Like, when WoW's community was really at its worst, in my experience, was when the game was at its worst. And this because, you know, people are bitter, they're a lot of times not having fun, and so they're not in a good state of mind to interact with other people. They might be forcing themselves to play. They might be just, like, miserable, straight up miserable, and just stuck in this routine that is not enjoyable for them. So then when you put that person in a group setting, only bad things result from that, right? Because they're fed up, they're bitter, they're frustrated. This happens in really any game. The happier players are with the state of the game, and the more fun they're having, generally, better community you're going to end up having, too. I mean, that's definitely a variable that can affect the overall vibe